Good morning, BCA, and welcome to our first annual Climate Summit. Today is a very special day that comes to you courtesy of our Sustainability Committee, who have worked hard with their advisors to bring you a wide and interesting array of workshops. You have signed up for 2 workshops this morning, and we look forward to your attendance and your participation. These workshops will show how intersectional the climate crisis is and how it might relate to some of your own passions. So we hope you come away from today more informed about what's going on our planet. We will now have the national anthem performed by Luna Taveras. And once again, thank you for your participation and welcome to the day.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Yes, there is hope. And where is the hope? Is it out there with the politicians? It's in our hands. It's in your hands and my hands and those of our children. It's really up to us. We're the ones who can make a difference. If we lead lives where we consciously leave the lightest possible ecological footprints, if we buy the things that are ethical for us to buy and don't buy the things that are not, we can change the world overnight. Thank you.
Climate change. In this day and age, the term climate change holds a lot of weight. And if you're watching this video, you probably know what it means. You know that it's a serious threat that we need to act against as soon as possible. But when it comes to literally saving the world, isn't it just easier to let the adults handle it? Why is it our responsibility as high schoolers to educate ourselves about the topic and get involved in the movement? The short answer is because we don't have time to let the adults handle it. This is a crisis with a deadline and it's closing in fast. So while the rest of the world chooses to deny the crisis, make it a political issue, and value their own wallets over the future of our planet, it is our responsibility to fight for our futures. Because even though we're not the ones who created this crisis, we will be the ones suffering at the hands of it.
Climate change is often regarded as the defining issue of our generation. It is an issue threatening the very planet we live on. So shouldn't an issue with such gravity be well discussed in school? Logically, we should be arming our students with in-depth knowledge about the climate crisis. However, the trend in US education does not follow this logic. Think to yourself now, how much have you learned about climate change in school besides a brief mention of it? Based on the national trend, you probably haven't learned a whole lot about it. Most teachers in the US do not teach about climate change and its effects because it's not included in the curriculum, and many schools go so far as to outright deny its existence.
Despite upwards of 97% of scientists supporting climate change, many people around the country do not believe in human-caused climate change. The root cause of this is the lack of climate education in our country. This lack of education is a key reason to why the BCA Sustainability Committee decided to organize the summit. This annual summit is an effort to educate the BCA community on the urgency and the intersectionality of the climate crisis. Today, you have the opportunity to take workshops that align with your interests and passions and tie them to the climate crisis.
So, how is today going to work? Well, if you're watching this video, you're probably in your Mod 1 class right now. Directly after this, we will be hearing from our keynote speaker, Dr. Smerden, through the Zoom webinar feature. After the keynote speaker and a 10-minute break, you will log on to your first workshop. This will be followed by another 10-minute break and then your second workshop. After the second workshop, you will watch the conclusion video, which will detail some next steps you can take to get involved in the climate movement and make a change. Following the conclusion video, everyone will meet in small groups based on their Mod 1 class, and we will reflect on our experiences today while also working on a climate action plan for our own community. The schedule that I've just outlined is available on Schoology as well.